we've spoken, of course, many times, and when you guys finalize with Teleria and to create this independent SSP, what's the roadmap? What's the new opportunity now with SpotX being, part of Magnite?
Yeah, Andy, I think it checks off a couple of boxes on what the marketplace has been looking for, right? We've talked about the continued supply path optimization, which is just a fancy ad tech word for consolidation, working with fewer partners, working more deeply with them. And so for publishers, that means they have this independent, omni-channel, CTV focused opportunity now as a partner that really can go up against the big boys, the guys that are not independent. So giving choice to publishers is what publishers have been asking for. There just hasn't been a scaled company that looks like Magnite right now. Obviously, doubling down with SpotX on the CTV portion of it triples our revenue in the CTV business is important for us because it's important for the industry. It's the high growth, high value area, and to be experts in that area, as well as being able to serve a complete client's need in terms of all media types, was the vision for Magnite, and it's playing out right now.
So, Michael, there's been such interest in our space. It's just incredible. I was speaking to Terry Kawaj on our podcast this week and talking about unlocking trillions of dollars. It's extraordinary, and the markets are interested, of course, as apparent with interest in Magnite and other companies in our space. What's going on? Why is there all this excitement? And what's happening in this ad tech programmatic space that we've been in for so long and now seems so dynamic and explosive?
Yeah, boy, if I had all the answers, I guess I wouldn't be here. I'd be the guy trading GameStop. But yeah, my sense is, having lived it as long as I have, for good or for bad, there was a period of time where ad tech was hot, and perhaps some of the best companies the companies that went public perhaps weren't the best companies. They were more ad network models than they were technology models. So there was a ship filled with investors that were disappointed with ad tech in the '06 to 2010 timeframe, and so they took a seat, and it was underappreciated for a very long period of time. But consumers have continued to use digital, have continued to shift to cord cutting and watching streaming, and so the eyeballs are there. Advertisers are chasing them. So I think there's a renewed appreciation for the role ad tech plays, and I think you got to give credit to companies that have been extraordinarily successful in this space, namely Trade Desk being the poster child for proving that head to head with the Google, you can build an independent company that people want and becomes incredibly valuable. Because I think that was the other overhang, Andy. Well, can't just Google do that? Can't Facebook do that? Can't Amazon do that? Why would an independent company be able to survive? And with Trade Desk answering that, we think that sets up Magnite for a very favorable position.
So tell us a little bit about the roadmap globally for Magnite now with the acquisition and opportunities ahead, and also the value you see in the marketplace of an independent company that's not involved with the buy side. Fill us in on that if you would.
Yeah, I guess I'll take the last part of the question first. And we not only think of independent as not being a horizontal company, meaning that we have a DSP and we compete with our DSP partners. Most importantly, we think of it as a company that doesn't own inventory, that doesn't have their own owned and operated inventory. So they are directly competing against publishers. So independence to us is that first and foremost. We're not a media company. We don't own competitive media. We're not going to favor our media in the exchange process over our partners' media. And I think that independence goes a long way in the marketplace. As for global aspirations, we're already quite a global company. A large piece of our revenue comes from EMEA and APAC. I think of the acquisition of SpotX just giving us more engineering and product talent to be able to accelerate roadmap development plans, to be able to be more relevant in those markets where we compete, and to just accelerate growth.
Great. And will the SpotX product be a product, a name, or I mean, maybe it's a little early to sort that out, but I'm sure there's interest in the marketplace. They have a very impressive reputation and client base.
They sure do, and you're right, Andy. It is awfully early. We got to wait for the deal to close. Hopefully, that'll be early spring, and then that's when the hard work begins, rolling up the sleeves. But it's also the fun stuff, the folks getting together for the first time and really figuring out how this one team it can win.